On this episode of the van build, I'm going to install the Rockwool insulation to where my kitchen will be. I'm going to put it in the wall panels. And I'm choosing Rockwool for over a Havelock wool or any other insulation for a couple of reasons, and I'll get into that in another video. So where it's going to be is on the right side of the passenger side of the van. Behind this foam board, there's the gap between the body wall and like the interior wall, and that's where the Rockwool is going to be installed in. Now I'm sure this isn't your first van build video you've seen, so you've probably seen these panels before. In these gaps, the Rockwool insulation is going to go inside of it. These gaps are a little more narrow than the ones over the wheel well. The wheel well, they're pretty thick. My fist, it could fit through them. And they're rather deep as well. Like, and that's not even touching the bottom yet. So I'm not doing a full vapor barrier at all. I'm just gonna put some foil tape to where the ridges are covered, just so there isn't any spillage like that, just to keep any of the insulation in check, in line, and that'll be it. Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the van build. On this one, I am gonna correct a mistake that I shouldn't have made. In the first place, I should have thought out my floor plan before building. Alright, and I'll explain how I messed up and how I'm gonna fix it. One of the things is this door is regressing. The only way to open it is from the inside. When I first bought the van, both side doors didn't open, and I spent ages trying to get them to open. Now they do, but the right one, recently one of the cables broke, so now it's only from the inside instead of the outside and inside. The way I would have to make the backing of the shelves shape to the door cards or the armrest, it would be very awkward and a lot more work for no real payoff on the budget side, really. All right, so when I remove this, it's about a 5.5 inch, almost 6 inch dead space off the wall. Now, because I'm removing it, there's going to be a dead space between the floor that I already installed and the wall. Thankfully, I did keep the scrap subfloor plywood, so I should be able to create that 5 inch sliver. Unfortunately, the vinyl might have a seam, but because it's going to be behind the shelf, I'm not too worried about it. So my plan for today is to remove the door card, insulate the floor on that 6 inch dead space, cut out the subfloor out of the scrap plywood, adhesive the new vinyl, and then hopefully, if I get to it, cut a foam board to create a false wall for now. until I could get proper insulation in. So let's get to it and I'll bring you along. Alright, so this will be the space that I'm gaining that I could insulate. Alright, so I don't know how much you can see. I'm using the phone light to shine some light on the wall because it's getting a little dark already. When I removed the first section of the panel, I forgot that the air vents run through the panel, and I wanted to keep it just so I could cool and heat the van easier while I'm driving. So once the insulation's in, it's gonna be about 3 inches to 4 inches. I'm gonna put a foam board. Then after the foam board, I will be putting about 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch plywood and create a windowsill. So if I want to put any, I don't know, candles, knickknacks, or anything on the windowsill, that is an option. Alright guys, so welcome back to the second day for the installation. Last night I tried to race the sun, but I got distracted and I wasn't able to complete it. But here's the plan of attack for right now. Finish this little panel for the wall. This is just gonna be the insulation. I'm gonna put a wall panel over it. Those clips aren't allowing a flush sill. I'm gonna trim them down with the Dremel and get it to sit flush. Alright, so now everything is sitting as close as it can on the seal. And since I already have the Dremel hooked up on this pillar, I don't need this extension piece. So I'm gonna pull it off and then I'm gonna cut it from about right here. Alright, so I put some masking tape to try to give me the straightest line. And let's get to it. That's a pretty decent cut. Alright, so all of the 2x4s are trimmed up and cut to size, and they are currently mocked up. Now I need to just adhesive them in. Alright, so before I actually install the Rockwool insulation, I'm actually going to paint the wall panel black, because the wall panel isn't going to go the length of the wall. To avoid it from blocking the AC vents, it's only going to run about 80% of the wall. I'm going to mask off these vents and then wipe down these soda stains. Oh, I believe soda stains. Line the floor with some trash bags so I don't get any overspray on it. And then once that's done, we'll put the Rockwool and foam board insulation. While the wall panel is drying, I'm gonna take the liberty and paint the stair strip for the steps. Hey guys, welcome back to day 2 of the installation install. Today it's supposed to rain all day, so I went out and got a canopy. It's not the biggest, but it was a good deal, and it's enough to keep my work area dry back here. Just a little 10 by 10 space, and about 3 feet because the doors actually won't fit under the canopy, but that's fine. Let's get to where we left off yesterday. So as you can see, the insulation is installed with the 2x4s and the panel is painted black. So today I'm gonna put the foam board back in, and that should be done for that side for now until we install the wall panels and furring strips. For this back quarter of the wall, it's not quite ready yet because I need to figure out some kind of platform to block off the rest of the vent, and then the wall panel will go from here obviously up, covering the back window. On the next episode I will be installing the walls, and subscribe to follow the journey.